l-isforzi tagħha biex kontinwament tħeġġeġ servizz aħjar għal klijenti minn nies tas-sena li jaħdmu fl-oqsma kollha tas-settur tal-proprjetà, il-Malta Developers Association ħabbret kollaborazzjoni wiesa' ma' pjattaforma diġitali.
L-Assoċjazzjoni il-Malta Developers Association illum tirrepreżenta diversi sezzjonijiet fl-industrija tal-proprjetà. Għandna sezzjonijiet bħal kontratturi, żviluppaturi, kontratturi tat-toroq, sidin ta' proprjetà, landlords li jikru l-proprjetà, għandna wkoll estate agents, għandna wkoll condominium companies li jieħdu ħsieb il-komun. U aħna bħala assoċjazzjoni dejjem naħdmu biex l-affarijiet isiru iktar bis-serjetà. Issa għandna ħbar tajba ħanżidu sezzjoni ġdida li ħadd tikkomplementa s-sezzjonijiet kollha u ħadd tikkomplementa wkoll l-industrija tal-proprjetà li ħansemmuha Traders Section.
Fiex se tikkonsisti din is-sezzjoni ġdida u għaliex ħassejtu l-bżonn li tingħaqdu flimkien?
Dis-sezzjoni ħatkun tikkonsisti f'nies f'negozji li huma kumpaniji jew self-employed illi jagħmlu xogħol ta' tilers, plumbers, electricians, kull tip ta' xogħol li għandu x'jaqsam mal-iffinixxjar tal-proprjetà. Dis-sezzjoni għamilniha bi skop wieħed illi jridu nkomplu nżidu li jsiru l-affarijiet bis-serjetà fuq is-sajt tal-kostruzzjoni. Inutli jkollok il-kuntrattur biss bħala membru tagħna li jkun professional, imma għandna bżonn ukoll li l-kull min jaħdem fuq is-sit ta' kostruzzjoni jaħdem baqal kbir u jaħdem kif suppost. Din hija sezzjoni li ħatibda b'1200 membru, ħaninaqdu ma' kumpanija li għandha website fejn il-plumbers, l-electricians li huma tal-affarijiet tagħhom li jaħdmu bis-serjetà ħajiktbu isimhom f'dil website u kull min juża s-servizz tagħhom jista' jidħlu fiha dil-website u jgħidu kif indew. Jekk indewx tajjeb, jekk indewx mhux ħażin jew indew ħażin. Ħalli aħna il-konsumatur fl-aħħar mill-aħħar ikun jaf dan il-trader x'tip ta' servizz jagħti u awtomatikament kull trader jispiċċa iċċekkjat minn dil-website jara li għandu insurance, jara li għandu VAT number, jara li għandu l-affarijiet kif suppost. U fl-istess ħin bis-saħħa tal-konsumatur stess, mela inti bħala konsumatur jekk tkun dejt minn wieħed minnhom, tista' tidħol u tagħti l-kumment tiegħek fejn tajt kif dejt minn das-servizz.
Minkejja l-kontroversi li jġib miegħu s-settur tal-kostruzzjoni u minkejja li l-MDA dejjem kienet fil-mira ta' kritika mill-medja, nafu b'fatt li l-MDA kienet kruċjali għat tkabbir ekonomiku u finanzjarju f'pajjiżna. Min studji li saru mill-KPMG, l-industrija tal-kostruzzjoni titma' ħafna service providers f'Malta, mill-kbir sa' żgħir. Bħalma nafu, l-MDA hija l-iktar vuċi b'saħħitha fis-settur tagħha. Millum l-MDA u l-pjattaforma tagħna se tkun qed tilqa' fi ħdana il-ħaddiema kollha ta' snajja jew il-ħaddiema kollha li għandhom x'jaqsmu mal-industrija tal-kostruzzjoni. L-MDA u l-President tal-Assoċjazzjoni Michael Stivala jinstab entużjast ħafna flimkien mal-membri kollha tal-Kunsill biex jaraw is-settur li jola fil-livell li jixraqlu għax importanti ħafna għal pajjiżna.
Permezz ta' dan il-ftehim, l-intrapriżi u n-negozjanti, inkluż il-fornituri li jipprovdu s-servizz fih dan l-industrija tal-proprjetà, se jkunu awtomatikament irreġistrati bħala membri affiljati tal-Malta Developers Association la darba jiġu rreġistrati ma' din il-pjattaforma. Dan se jġibhom meqreb lejn l-akbar organizzazzjoni li jaħdmu f'setturi relatati mal-proprjetà u mistenni li wittitri għal aktar titjib settorjali għal benefiċċju tal-konsumaturi u l-partijiet interessati kollha. X'inhu l-kunċett wara din il-pjattaforma? Meta bdiet u kif?
platform started in the year 2020. We're all very aware that the construction industry is one of the largest industries within Malta. With any industry, as it grows, of course, profit becomes a big key factor. As that industry grows, the profit grows, and of course, the volume of the amount of people that want to be involved in that industry grows as well. As that happens, unfortunately, it's very, very difficult to be able to monitor who is a good tradesperson and maybe who is potentially a bad one. It's not difficult to find a tradesperson. There's hundreds, if not thousands, available on the island. You can simply do a Google search, you can pop onto social media and ask for a recommendation. The difficulty is not the amount that's available. The difficulty is who is going to give you a good, reputable, accountable service. It's not very hard to find someone that has had a negative experience within the construction industry in Malta. Now, our platform allows the consumer, you, the homeowner or the developer, to check and ensure that the person that you're allowing to come into your property and make said repairs is not only legally allowed to work in the country, is also VAT registered with the government, but most importantly is or isn't qualified to be able to offer the service that they offer and provide.
Għalfejn inħass il-bżonn ta' pjattaforma bħal din u kif jista' wieħed jużaha?
In total, we have over 2,500 categories on the platform, whether it's someone painting your home, designing your living room, or fitting your kitchen, or building a home from the foundation of construction. You should always be checking to make sure the people that are in charge of your property is checked, legally able to work, and also qualified. Unfortunately, in many other countries around the world, this has also been the situation. In many countries around the world, the boom of construction has happened at different periods in history. In the 1980s, the UK had exactly the same experience. With the industry growth, as I mentioned, lots and lots of people joined the industry and of course were not regulated, didn't have necessarily the qualifications to provide the service that they were giving, and were putting consumers in sometimes dangerous situations. There's many different things that can go wrong in your property, whether it be the wires are faulty, whether it may be the waterproofing is leaking, the flooring is not put together right, alternatively, the full building has not been constructed in the correct manner. It's very, very important that as the UK and as many different places around the world have made this change, that Malta also joins and basically brings their standard of construction to European standards. All of us go abroad, all of us walk around and we see the beauty in different locations. We walk through Amsterdam and see what their buildings have to offer, and the architectural dreams that you see on a day-to-day basis on travel programs or even in our own country. I say our country, as much as I might be British, I hold Malta very close to my heart. I have 3 children that go to local schools in Malta. I've worked and lived in Malta for a very long time, and it's somewhere that I enjoy my day-to-day life, as we all do. The message that I want to portray is that as much as we may travel abroad to see the architectural dreams, they are right here on our doorstep as well. And we're surrounded by beauty from natural, fantastic craftsmanship. My problem, and I think this is everybody's problem, is how to find the brilliant craftsmen and unfortunately avoid the people that are not going to be able to give ourselves and our properties the very best care and love. Now, of course, that's on our day-to-day basis, but we have people coming to visit us every single day from all the way around the world. Do we want Malta to be somewhere that they really want to come back to? Do we want people to walk around Medina and look at the natural beauty and of course meet the wonderful people and see the beautiful buildings? Or do we want them to see something that maybe isn't as beautiful as it should be? So I implore every single one of you to start to check, to make the difference, because it starts with you. Now, it's not difficult to do. All you have to do is go onto our platform and search, like I mentioned earlier, over 2,500 different categories of tradesmen all over the island, enterprises, small to large businesses that have said that they also want to be part of the change. They had to make that decision, remember. They sat with me, or maybe they sat with somebody that works with our platform, and they decided that they agree with our mission as well. They want to be accountable. They want to be checked. Now, the construction industry can't be so bad if hundreds and thousands of people already want to be checked. My question is, why would you not want to be? if you're giving a very good service, if you're giving the consumer exactly what they asked for, if you're giving a good after-sales service, why would you not put yourself in the public domain? Why would you not give people the opportunity to see who you are and what qualifications you have that are relevant to what you do? So when I ask you to make a change, and when I say that it comes from you, which it really, really does, I ask you just to go and search on a free platform, it costs you no money, to limit your risk and overall improve the industry. Because as soon as you start checking, everybody will want to become checked. Because without being checked, they wouldn't be having you as a customer. And your penny or your euro, your cent, makes the difference to these businesses, whether they're small or large. Of course they want you to use them. There's a huge market, there's lots of competition. Let's give our money to the people that want to be accountable, that want to improve the industry, and that want to protect our island.
Għalfejn wieħed li jaħdem fis-settur tal-proprjetà għandu jħoss il-bżonn li jirreġistra ma' din il-pjattaforma.
As a service provider, large or small, it's very, very difficult to bring yourself, your business, and your service out of the noise. There's lots and lots of noise out there when you're marketing your services, whether it's online, whether it's social media, whether it's billboards. There's plenty of options, and there's loads and loads of competition. So that's why a lot of our members, all of them in fact, have sat down and decided that they would like to bring themselves out of the noise. They want to highlight who they are and what they can do through professional qualifications and legal right to work, which is as simple as that.
Kif isir il-proċess biex wieħed jirreġistra ma' din il-pjattaforma?
So as they're looking for somewhere to separate themselves and to give themselves the opportunity to grow their businesses, the next question is, how do they do it? Now, with our platform, we have 3 options of verification. The absolute bare minimum to be able to put yourself or your business on our platform is not only to have the legal right to work, which is a valid Maltese ID card, but also a VAT certificate as well. There have been many providers that unfortunately do not have this simple legal right to work. Again, another thing that we should all take note of and ensure that we check when we're using tradespeople. The second level of verification is what we would call a qualification. That qualification can be taken throughout Malta. Obviously, I know that previously you had the opportunity to be in trade schools here. You also have the opportunity to be able to have experience with us as well. So qualifications and experience run side by side. We ask for proof of that experience or proof of that qualification. The third and final way we verify, which is our third tick. So first tick is identifying yourself as legally right to work. Your second tick is a professional qualification that states that you are a professional and you're able to provide the service that you offer. And the third and final tick is to be insured. The minimum criteria is the verification. So to be clear, as long as you're able to legally work in Malta, you're able to put yourself on our platform and you're able to be accountable for the work that you provide.
L-Mda kif ukoll din il-pjattaforma għandhom kodiċi ta' kondotta stretta għal membri rispettivi tagħhom, kontrolli rigorużi li qed isiru biex jiżguraw li n-nies tas-sena verifikati jkunu kwalifikati, esperjenzati u rreġistrati uffiċjalment biex iwettqu s-servizzi tagħhom. Mhux kull applikant jiġi aċċettat awtomatikament u l-membri jiġu riveduti kull sena biex tiġi żgurata l-konsistenza.
You have the option as a customer to be able to review each and every one of the tradespeople that are listed on our platform. It's not as simple as just leaving a 5-star, because each review is checked. Now that's extremely important because we all know that people can fake reviews, leave reviews for themselves to put their company or themselves into a good light. So here it gives you the full transparency of whether that tradesperson is giving a good and quality service or whether he is not. Now we go into a little bit further detail with the review service. Not only do we break down each part of the tradesman's service, whether that be the courtesy, the timekeeping, the cleanliness, the general workmanship, alternatively the value. We also go with that little bit deeper. So if you have a situation where maybe you don't have the best service, maybe you're disappointed, maybe the gentleman left some footprints on the floor. Instead of going to social media, which can damage his business, you have the opportunity to vent and talk to us directly. So we would ask you to always leave a review on the tradesmen that are listed with Check Your Traders. What we do is very, very simple. It's a 3-step stage. You would you would simply go on to the platform and leave a review for the tradesperson under the categories that I just mentioned: value, courtesy, workmanship, timekeeping. You would put your score. If the review is underneath a percentage of 50%, so that would mean in our terms, that would be a negative review for the tradesperson. The first thing that would happen is that review would then be drafted, and of course we would contact you direct. So we would contact you via email or telephone, whichever medium you gave us to be able to contact. We'd contact you by phone, and we would ask you to just go into a little bit more detail about the situation. What happened? Tell us the story. We're here to listen. It's at the moment we know it's very difficult to have anyone to be able to talk to about these things. Tell us what happened. We store that information, and then we simply pass it across to the tradesperson and ask the tradesperson to fix or solve the situation in the forefront. We're here to build relationships between the two parties, between the consumer and between the tradesperson. We're not here to bash. We're not here to complain. We're not here to shout and moan about different people and the services they offer. We're here to give them positive or criticism against their business or their service so they can improve. That's how they're going to have the option to be able to improve their service for the next person or for yourself. So to clarify again, the review comes in on a negative front. We then contact you directly through the medium that you provided. We contact the tradesman directly to inform him of your review, and we ask the tradesman, or encourage the tradesman, to contact you directly to be able to solve the issue. At no stage do we get involved any further than that. Of course, I cannot guarantee you that every tradesperson on our register is going to give you the best possible service. What I can guarantee you is every single one of them is accountable for the work that they provide. And that is how you ensure that you can clean the market. You can only clean the market as a general if you can itemize who is good and who is bad, who is qualified or who is not. After that 14-day period, we then contact you back and we ask you again, so what happened? Tell us the story. Did he come back? Did he help you? Yes, he came back. He cleaned. He was very apologetic. He was in a rush that day. It could be something so small. And when it is something so small, if you post this on social media, potentially you're going to ruin his business. If you tell us, not only are we going to be able to solve the problem, educate that tradesman on what he can do better next time, but also give you a final service which you're satisfied for. So all 3 points are fixed for a better relationship between both parties.
Din il-pjattaforma toffri l-uniku servizz ta' rakkomandazzjoni online f'Malta għal kull min joffri xi forma ta' servizz fl-industrija tal-proprjetà. Din il-pjattaforma flimkien mal-MDA qed jaħdmu flimkien għal għan komuni li tejbu s-servizz lill klijenti f'dan is-settur għaliex dan fl-aħħar mill-aħħar ikun ta' benefiċċju għal kulħadd.
Bħala pjattaforma diġitali ħankunu qegħdin ngħinu lill-konsumatur jagħżel l-aħjar nies fl-industrija. Dan jiġifieri ħankunu qed niċċekkjaw li jekk inti qed tgħid li inti kapaċi tagħmel xogħol, aħna ħanivverifikaw dan il-proċess billi niċċekkjaw il-kwalifiki, liċenzji u anka esperjenza. Aħna flimkien mal-MDA se nkunu qegħdin naħdmu biex inkunu nistgħu nagħtu rendikont ta' x'ġara fuq sit ta' kostruzzjoni. Jiġifieri jekk inti xtrajt appartament u tixtieq tkun taf eżatt min ħadem dak is-sit ta' kostruzzjoni, aħna ħankunu f'pożizzjoni li ngħidu min kien kulħadd, jiġifieri mill-iżviluppatur sa handyman jew sa bniedem li jagħmel finishing touches. L-għana ħarju għal l-iżviluppaturi u service providers kollha jinaqdu flimkien u jaħdmu bħala tip biex nollu l-standards u nġibu prodott finali aħjar għall konsumatur tagħna.
Din hija pass importanti ħafna bħala MDA, kuntenti biha għax nemnu fis-serjetà, nemnu l-affarijiet li jsiru iktar professjonali, baqgħna ħafna x'intejbu fuq is-sitin tal-kostruzzjoni u nemnu illi flimkien iktar ma jkollna l-assoċjazzjoni maquda u b'diversi service providers fl-industrija tal-proprjetà, nemnu li l-affarijiet jistgħu jsiru aħjar. Nibqgħu naħdmu biex intkom bħala konsumaturi, intkom bħala ġirien, bħala konsumaturi tindew aħjar u intkom bħala ġirien ikollkom inqas inkonvenjent għal meta jsiru x-xogħlijiet.